Welcome back to Grump's Barn. Today we're going to start on this engine, giving it a damn good clean up. It's absolutely bloody filthy, especially on this side. As you can, I've shown it before, but we'll show it again. It's absolutely stuffed up with crap under there. A lot of cleaning off to be done. All over this side. Hell of a lot of cleaning. The other side actually doesn't look quite as bad. I'll show you that when I finally get round to it. But I'll get this side started first. On a windy and somewhat damp day up here. Right, let's see what we can do. I'm going to get some gloves on and get started. Well, we're getting somewhere. Look, there's even a number on that engine. That's not the engine number, obviously. It's the type of engine. Ugh. But I couldn't even see that before. Wonderful. Now this side's nearly clean. Well, down below. I haven't done the up above bit yet. That's going to be a gift to get anywhere near. But we'll see what we can do. Sorry about the wind noise. But it is one of those bloody days. It's what I get for living at the top of the Highlands. Lots of wind. And it's quite light outside too. Right. I'm going to get on with this. Back in a bit. Well, it's a good thing I'm not filming most of this. It'd be the dullest viewing ever. But there we go. That's as clean as that's going to be. I've got most of the crap off. And there's just so much on there. I've got off all I can for now. That will do for this side. I'll turn it round and do the other side. That's going to take a while too. It's taken me over an hour so far. Never mind. Well, there we go. The other side cleaned off. We've just got to dry it down a bit. Most of the crap off. And in fact, if I get a light in there, you'll see all the dirt that's come off this. Obviously, there are a few bits of crap already in there, but all that dirt has all come off this engine. Crazy. Absolutely smothered in it. Right. Right, get this finished off. Now I can get the crane round. Oh, I've got to put the engine mountings back on. And then I'll be getting the crane round. There we go. One mounting on that side. And the other one back on here. Now to remind you, it's got two 13mm bolts going in there. And these have got a 19mm head, the four big ones that hold it all onto the engine block. Ugh. So now I've got to turn this bloody engine right round. I wanted it this way round so I could swing it into the chassis the right way round easily, but no. This engine stand is too wide at the back end of it. So I can't get the crane over it, so I'm going to have to turn the whole fucking thing round and then spin it round again before I put it in. Never mind, such is life. Let's get on and get it done. There we go. All up on. I managed to swing it round as well. That's all ready to go back on the chassis. This could be fun. Try and get it over there now. Here we go. There we go. One engine on and bolted down. I'm very happy. I'm having a bit of trouble marrying the exhaust up to it at the moment. It doesn't want to go on. So I'm going to have to loosen the front of the exhaust up a bit so I can twist it round just slightly and get it to slip on, but it's nearly there. I'm obviously going to have to shore this up with some wood or something underneath it to keep it in place. I then move the gearbox and get that in behind it. Or in fact, no, I won't be doing that yet, will I? I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got to first change that bloody crank rear oil seal. That's the important thing first. Then I can chuck the new clutch on and put the gearbox on. But we're getting there now. Ah, so nice to have the engine sitting back on there. It really feels like I am getting finally some bloody wear. Bizarre. I've still got shitloads to do though. But there we go. Right, that's me for today. Back in a bit. Right, back again. I'll just put some wood under the front to support it so it doesn't tip over. And we're going to start now by getting this flywheel off. Those 822mm bolts there, which are always bloody tight, and they're also excuse me, thread locked in. So this should be fun. Well, those bolts were bloody ridiculous sticking out. They've been in there a very, very long time. In fact, I reckon they've been in there from new. As I say, I've owned this thing for 20 years of its life. And it wouldn't have had a new flywheel in between times, I'm sure. Look at the amount of thread lock on those. No wonder they weren't going anywhere. My little toy here with its 730 Newton meters or 600 and some odd foot-pounds of torque could not move those. So as you see, I just made a little adapter there. It sits over the locating dowel there and bolts into one of the clutch holes, and that stopped it moving nicely because nothing else I had would do it. I did try a few things here and there. Right, now to waggle this bugger off. There we are. Look at the state of that. Absolutely fucking ringing. You can see where it's been leaking all under here for a long, long time. All this crap on the bottom here. Dirty great lumps of it. That is absolutely terrible. But good in a way. It's lasted a long fucking time, and I've known it's been leaking for about 3 years. But it wasn't until the leak got really bad. Well, I mean, by really bad, I mean it was starting to affect the clutch. For a long, long time, it didn't affect it. Or it would just cause a bit of juddering occasionally. But no, there we go. This is going to take a while. I've got a lot of cleaning up to do in here before I even think about taking that old seal off. Bloody hell. Oh well. Could have been a lot worse. Definitely just a knackered seal. Blimey. Oh, and if you don't know how to get these flywheels off, because they won't just pull off normally, all I did was got this cold chisel on the side underneath one of the clutch retaining bolts and pushed gently, and on the other side I did the same with my little crowbar down there, and between the two of them it just pulled it off very, very easily. But just don't pull it off too far, because if you do you'll end up with it on your foot, and they do weigh quite a bit. So yeah, gently ease it off, and once you feel it coming loose, put your pry bars down and lift it off by hand. That way you won't get a broken foot, because they are hefty little items. Right, I better get on with some cleanup. There we go, all cleaned up. I'm ready now to take this seal off and replace it. So take this off and clean everything up under there now. Well, before I took that off, I dealt with one other little job that I'd almost forgot. I'm so keen to get this bloody done. Drain the oil out, or as much of it as will come out at this angle. I'll leave the drain plug out and just let it sit here. It's going to take a while, because obviously with the oil being cold it's not going to flow so easily. But no, everything's off. When you undo the 5 bolts on this, they're 10mm heads. You always undo them in a crisscross fashion. Ooh. And when you do them up again, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it that way so it comes off nice and evenly. You don't want anything distorting anywhere. And that's more especially important when you do it up, because you want to get it on there nice and evenly, not distorted. Once you get it up to torque, go around and recheck them all, because sometimes when these things flatten down, they can loosen off very slightly on other ones that you'd previously done up. So yeah, just give them another check. Right, well, it's all cleaned out. The whole lot's been cleaned inside and out there, all with brake cleaner, every last bit. Oh, and there's something Uncle Mike reminded me of the other day. Don't know if you can see it, but just here, underneath the starter there's a teeny hole. Make sure that's clear, because that's a drain for your starter motor. On this one it's actually clear, but I think it's only clear because this starter motor's only been in there a couple of years, if most. I rebuilt it a couple of years back, and so I know all that's clean and clear. I will stick a bit of extra lubrication on the old starter dog as well before I do it back up, before I put the flywheel back in. But there we go. As I say, all the threads here have all been cleaned out as well, again with brake cleaner. That gets out all the old locking compound. I've still got to clean it off of the bolts, but I won't clean those until I'm about to put them back on, because I've also got to clean up the flywheel, which is a right mess, and give that a light sanding just to get that surface rust off. Again, clean it up with brake cleaner, nice and safe, won't harm anything. Right, let's get on with fitting the gasket and bearing. Actually managed to find one that's not made in China. Look at that. Oh, made in the EU. It's supposed to be an OEM one. At least I paid for an OEM. Then the fact that it's made in the EU gives me a little more confidence in that fact. Right, get on. One quick thing before I put this on. This is not the normal gasket. They're normally metal. This is some weird rubberized card sort of stuff. Comes with sealant already on it, which I'm going to put more sealant on anyway. Basically I'll be putting sealant all around here, especially under there. All around here, because this is where they leak. Right at the bottom here. You can't see because I wasn't looking at it. And this side, excuse me, I may put a bit on this side. But what I will definitely do is, as per Uncle Mike's suggestions, which I'd never known about before, is he fills these holes in the back of it, fills those all with a bit of sealant. This helps it to stop any leaks. And I think I'll probably put a thin amount around here as well on the other side of the gasket, just to give it the old belt and braces. And when it comes to fitting these, your actual seal, make sure you've got this nylon-y plasticky bit in the middle here, because that is what you push against the end of your crankshaft. You push it against there. This bit pushes your gasket out. The gasket, sorry, your seal. It pushes your seal out and expands it slightly so it doesn't actually touch the end of the crank here until it's all ready. And then this pops out and lets it seal properly. So it basically puts it on without damaging the seal in here, which is Teflon. Right, I better go and find my sealant. I know where it is, it's just over there. And get this done. There we are, that's that pushed on. You push it from both sides of your hands. It takes quite a bit of pushing. A bit of a bugger. And just make sure it goes on as evenly as you can get it. You do not want that seal breaking. Otherwise, you have to start all over again with a new seal. And they're not that cheap. Not that you can keep just fucking about with them like that. Put these in by hand for the minute. And I'll put the gasket on first. Just push that lightly in. Because thankfully your sealant will hold that in place while you then get the seal on over the top. There we go. Now all I've got to do is torque those down. Which I think it's about 20 foot-pound. It's pretty low. I have to check. There we go. I gave it a light sand, but on both sides actually to get off excessive rust and that appeared. Damn good clean up with shitloads of brake cleaner. When you're putting these back on again, very easy to do. Remember, this little hole here is the one where the locating dowel goes. It holds it in place. So you just have to make a note of where that is and put it on, just line the holes up, and that will find its own place and go straight in. Right, now I've got to clean up the bolts. Just have them done. Whack some good old Loctite on them and do them up, and then we're done with this part of it. Right, well there we go. I cleaned them all up with brake cleaner. God, my brain is out of gear as ever. Right, then put a couple in first. One here and one here. They have just to be opposite, doesn't matter which two you use. Put a liberal amount of Loctite on there. And then tighten them down nice and tightly. Then go to the next ones, and the next ones, and the next ones. Tightening them all right down, and then go round them all yet again. Make sure they're nice and tight. They're supposed to be about 100 foot-pound or so, but FT is the order of the day, I think. As long as they're not going to come out. Because those are very important bolts, which is why if you check on the end of them, they're 14.9s. Very, very strong. Or is it 12.9? Sorry, 12.9, not 14.9. My brain. See, I told you my brain's not working. They're M14s. And they're 12.9s. So they're very, very hard bolts. Capable of taking one fuck of a lot of strain. Which is a good thing, really. Right. Now, next will be the clutch. Don't know if I'm going to get time today. Let's have a look, see how we're doing for time. Because I didn't start till late. Oh no, I'm going to have to go in a minute. So the clutch will have to wait till I come down here next. That'll be tomorrow. Right, see you in a bit. Alright, before I go for this one. Clutch release bearing NSK, nice Japanese make. Got a Valio clutch and clutch plate. All new clips and stuff for the arm. Oh, yes. And a bush. That old bush I did notice has got a slight ridge in the end of it, so it needs replacing anyway. It's a bit worn out. Try and open this while I'm holding a camera. Doesn't make for the best picture. Right, now this bush here is going to need to be soaked. So it is a good thing I'm finishing for tonight, because what I'm going to do is whack this in some oil and leave it soaking till tomorrow. Let it get a damn good soak up, because hopefully it's oil light. It feels like it is actually. An oil light will just soak up all that oil and hold it in there for a long, long time. And act as a lovely little bush right in the middle. There we go, of the drain shaft, where the other one's got to come out. Yep, just checked it's the right size. Thank fuck for that. Oh, and I've got a crappy bloody new release arm. That's supposed to be a decent quality clutch, and it is. They've put together the Valeo stuff, an NSK release bearing, and this stuff's all in fairly good order, all the clips and everything. And then they put a made in China fucking release arm. I should have a look at my other one first before I decide on whether to change it. Anyway, that's me for now. This is going to be the end of this one. The next video will be part 2 of this, where I'll put the clutch on and then mess about for fucking ages trying to get the gearbox to line up. Yeah. Although I'm going to have to replace this bush first, because you can't put your clutch on until you've replaced that. Otherwise you can't get to the damn thing. Right. Thanks all for watching. Hope you're all keeping safe out there. And I shall see you next time. Look, there you go. For the one that asked to see my face a bit more. There you go. I don't know why. You poor people having to look at this. I don't know. Right. Thanks again, as I say, and thank you. I've got to get another new subscriber, so thank you, whoever you are. You are most welcome. Let's hope we get all this done together. Take care. Bye.